did a crime, he has to do the time.
No, so you're just a snitch.
Even a snitch is called being very honest about yours. Because the truth of the matter is, if you don't want to be
Boyfriend,
associated
dad,
or
sister,
involved
brother,
around
I
that
don't
kind of
care.
stuff,
If you did something,
your
you're going
only
to jail.
mistake is that you associate with people that do things that really and truly you shouldn't be around. But if that's what you're telling me, we can be best of friends because at least I know what to expect from you.
Would you run if you was out with your friend and your friend was getting jumped?
Yes, I'm
would you
running.
run?
Whatever, any danger, any nothing, I'm running.
Hi guys, it's me, Lani. I just want to say congratulations and big up you guys because you're killing it on BKCHAT. You're killing it. You're doing amazing. So I'm going to read out a scenario. My friend told on one of our other friends to the police and now he's being labelled as a snitch. I'm still friends with him, but my other friends call me out on the fact that I still hang out with him. He snitched on my other friend, but not me. How do I handle this situation? I have my opinions, but this is your one. So good luck, guys.
Can't run.
Can't run.
Can't run. Shout out to Lani Good though. Big up Lani Good still. But can't run.
What can't
Run. Being friends with him.
He's a snitch. What do you
If
mean?
he snitches on your brethren, he can snitch on you too, bro.
Forget that.
Are you gonna snitch on your own friend?
Wait, but I have a question. You don't know the context. Maybe he was going to get in trouble because of
Snitching is
No, he just told you he snitched on his friend.
But he
That
didn't
was
snitch
it.
on you.
We're just going off what was said. He snitched on his friend. That's all. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, but you-
He's
again-
an untrustworthy rat. That's it, bro. Like, how are you still friends with this guy? He sent your boy to prison, bro. Like, with a straight face and went to bed normal. I could not be friends with a guy that's going around sending his friends to the penitentiary. That's not what I'm about. Like, I'm not feeling that.
If you're big and bad enough to hang out with the people that you're for you to get arrested with, then you must be big and bad enough to hold your mouth and not be that snitch.
Not
I
just
feel like it depends on
just
the
that.
reason.
Not just
No,
that.
man,
Yeah.
fuck the reason. There's no need to snitch.
I can speak
Don't
for
snitch.
certain guys. We're governed by certain rules. Now, certain men don't really uphold that rules when push comes to shove, and that's on them. But for the man that do uphold the rules, you don't do that, and you don't associate yourself. It's like, for example, I'm taking it to an extreme. Would you associate yourself with a rapist? No. It's an extreme,
Can I ask
but
you a
it's still
question?
something that we don't condone.
You have
get
friends
it?
that indulge in stuff that you don't do, yes or no?
Yeah.
Let's say you have friends that do stuff that are, illegal, whatever. You don't do it, but you're friends with them. Okay. All of a sudden, maybe one day you are at the wrong place at the wrong time. You're the only person that they caught.
Oh,
They're saying
I'm the only person that
the police caught.
Okay.
Yeah. They're now saying, okay, cool. Seeing as you can't put a face to anything, you're the one that's going down for everything that happens.
Because I've been caught.
You're not going.
No,
it doesn't work like that.
You were at the crime scene.
Just let her finish.
You were at the crime scene.
Go on,
What are you talking about?
go on.
Cookie, this is not a good look, man. Like, you're just proving to be a terrible friend and a snitch. Like, we don't like rats. Don't rat on your friends. Come on, you need to think about what you're doing out here, man. You're sending your friends to the pen, yeah? Where they're just eating bread and drinking water, bro. Like, it's not a good place to be. Don't send your friends there, Cook. Please, don't do it.
So
Yes,
I've been
they
cool.
say
What do you
so.
mean? Oh my
You were at the
God.
crime scene. What are you talking about?
Go on. I want to
And
hear
police
this.
do blackmail you. Stop doing that because they blackmail you and they say if you don't snitch,
Finish
you're
your
going
point.
to prison.
Finish your point.
So cool. They're saying
I ain't
now.
doing nothing with you around.
Yeah, because I'm snitching. I don't give a
I
fuck.
know.
I'm
I can tell.
snitching on everybody.
But you know what? You said the chest, and we can't condone you or say anything to you regarding that because we already know you're on snitching. So
Yeah.
we're not going to associate anything that can.
Don't bring anything criminal activity around me because if the police ask me, I'm telling. Call me Ratatouille. Call me 6ix9ine. I'm snitching with my chest. Don't do nothing you don't want me to tell the police. I'm not getting in trouble because of you. Darling.
But I'm sure that boy did not do that.
I'm definitely snitching.
That boy was hanging around with them, having a good time. When it was fun, being a bad boy, he was probably having a good time. Yeah, we're lit. And then when it got bad,
that's when he turned into a snitch. So like excommunicado, that's it.
Okay,
Bruv,
cool.
you're
But
out.
he mentioned earlier that he doesn't condone that behavior, and there's certain things that he doesn't condone because of where you're from, right? And you mentioned associating with somebody who's a rapist. So let's say your friend snitched on somebody that raped somebody that was
That's
your
different,
friend.
we don't condone
So how are you going to handle that
you don't-
situation?
You don't snitch a raping. You
Why
don't
does
snitch a
it matter?
raping.
Why does it matter? Wait.
Okay. I've been asked a question. I'll answer when you're not ready, innit?
How are you going to handle that situation? You've got a rapist friend and you've got a friend who just snitched. Which side are you taking here?
Or punching them up.
Who?
To be honest, most guys wouldn't condone that, to be
The
honest with you.
And then you're going to condone the person who just went and snitched to the police?
No.
The friend that's just told the police what happened, the friend that just went and told the police what happened, what are you going to do?
He's an outcast now. You're a snitch.
But you don't condone rapists.
Yeah, we don't condone that.
We
But
don't
we
condone
also don't
rapists.
condone reporting to the police.
So how are you going to handle that? But you've got a person who's just been victimized. Yeah, you've got a person that's just been victimized and the person's went and told. So
People need to stop having standards for other people. Like the standards that you set for yourself are not going to be the same for other people because people are built entirely different from you. The moment you realize that and you accept that as the truth of life, I'm telling you, your life is just going to flow. You're going to just blossom into something wonderful and amazing.
Actually, I was keeping quiet. I was trying to listen to what you guys were going to say. So when we speak about snitching, this is what we speak about. First of all, there's difference between people that are civilians. Okay, so you have people that are civilians and people that are roads. Okay, so when you speak about snitching, some people don't live by a certain code because they don't come from that. So if you're a civilian, it's not snitching. Civilians don't snitch, they just do what civilians do. But if you're somebody that plays on both sides, so for example, let's say you hang out with boys and they do certain things, you know what they do, and you're outside with them, you're basically rolling with the man them, innit? So by going with the man them, regardless of if you're doing something, you go into something called joint venture. You know, if you get in a car with a certain man and they've got certain things on them,
know that.
if the car's getting spun, it doesn't matter if you're in university studying doctorate. You should,
That's you.
You get me, yeah? So then
That's
you know
you.
already you can't say nothing, that's snitching, but...
You're gang, innit?
But if it's your neighbour now and they see something going on and then they go and snitch on
That's
you...
snitching.
No, that's not snitching because that's...
It's snitching.
No,
is snitching,
no, because
though.
hold on a
Snitching
second.
is
It's
snitching.
different. You cannot say someone that's civilian is snitching because they don't come from that code. They are doing what civilians do.
But it is still snitching. No.
it's given evidence, okay? It's called given evidence.
Because there's
called
civilians
giving
that
evidence,
don't snitch.
not
There's a
snitching,
civilian that
it's
will
called
watch you
giving
get beat up
evidence.
and go home and watch TV.
Yeah, but most
So
of it.
you're a snitch.
Listen,
It
I'm
don't
gonna.
matter if you're a civilian, superhero, villain.
If
you're
you
a
do,
snitch.
if you do something, okay, listen. Right, if you're rolling with the man them, yeah. It doesn't matter if you're doing anything. If you know what the man them are doing and you're rolling with the man them, you don't mind going them when it's going good. When the car gets spun, yeah, you have to keep your mouth shut. Now, for example, if you're just a normal person, 9 to 5 person, and you have a friend that is just your friend, you don't participate in anything other than the fact that that person might come and check you once or twice or whatever, that person is not snitching because they don't convert. You cannot put that person into your life and then, they don't live by your life.
Wait, please. This is based on context, yeah? So the car's been spun. My friend is in a car. He's a 9 to 5 normal civilian guy. The car's been spun. He knows what's in the car, yeah? But we've been spun. If I don't claim that whatever I have is mine, I'm doing him dirty.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna get onto that bit.
But him talking is still snitching.
Okay,
I'm lying.
You know what I'll do? I'll give you have a certain amount of time. If I get, this is not for me, but I'm saying if the person is from not from the road life, and for some reason they're in your car, because you'd be surprised, there's a lot of people that have met a guy, for example, you haven't seen for years since school, you dab man up, next minute that guy does a mad thing, they look back on the cameras, now you're getting arrested for joint venture. So at this point, what happens, it's happened, we can go into it. What I need you to do is do the honorable thing. I need you to go and do, and if you don't do the honorable thing, then what's gonna happen is that person who's
Throw
not...
him on the bus.
But how many times out of 10 does that happen? Does someone say, yeah, do you know what, policeman, it's my gun or it's my criminal
But
act?
what I'm brought up on, I gotta take that. Because it's not you, but if I do
That's
you
so
dirty,
dumb. That's
now,
so stupid.
What do you
Like,
mean?
why would you take that? Why would you take someone's crime as if it's your own because of
Why you
belief,
there? Why
a
you there in the first
mentality?
place?
Yeah, a mentality.
Why you there
A
in the first
mentality
place?
that
You
somebody
don't
that's so
wanna
stupid.
Hey, if you're a civilian, don't hang around bad boys, and that's it. You shouldn't be hanging around G's if you're not that. It's simple. Talk to them on the phone. Talk to them on the phone. Private number. That's all.
I can't lie. You've just told us that our values are silly.
Yeah.
No, but actually,
It is silly.
Yeah.
Wait.
I said it.
You'd rather take a crime for someone
listen,
else's
listen,
crime.
listen, but-
Sorry, 2 seconds. You'd rather take someone else's crime for the sake of not snitching.
Know who's around you. You should know who's around
You
you.
clearly have no loyalty to me because you was about to let me go
got
in
to do
jail.
you? What's got to do with you?
You're saying don't snitch
I'll send you
because it's
money.
about loyalty. What the fuck do you mean I'll send you money, huh?
You got with me knowing what I'm on. You got with me knowing what I'm on, where I'm at, who I'm with. Ash, you're saying what I said is stupid. Unless you've actually been in that situation, and I don't think many people sitting next to me have been in that situation, because you can't really speak on it until you're actually in it and you've done it. How I've grown up and the rules and the ends, you don't do that. You keep quiet, hope for the best, pray for the best.
I'm snitching.
And you know before you left your house, your mum said, yo, I don't want you chilling
I
with
don't
this
want you
friend.
this boy, this
Take,
ragamuffin.
ride your
You
bang
know
up,
that.
ride your bang up, for real.
But if your guys are saying you don't snitch, then you snitching is a form of loyalty. So if you was in to your boy or whoever's putting you in that situation, so if you're right there on the spot and if let's say a policeman says to you, listen, whatever the situation is, if you snitch, then you get less years. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna save yourself or save your boy?
But do you know the police will say anything to you in that interview? You know that?
Yeah, but then you don't know that though. You
But
don't know
hold on,
that. You're
hold
just
on.
going by what the policeman is telling you. So it's either you or them in that
No,
situation.
but let me
So
tell
you
you something, though. You see the police? I've been arrested before, yeah? I'm gonna be real.
Well done.
Oh,
No. Shut up, bro.
bad girl.
Shut up. But the thing is,
She said time is
thing
money.
is,
I'm
yeah,
out here just trying to get it.
when I went in there, yeah, I know. All I did was have a fight with a girl. What did it come and say? Oh, robbery and assault. Who did I rob? No one got robbed. Her phone went missing. Yeah. So at the end of the day, sometimes these police will put stuff into your mouth that ain't even thing. No matter if you snitch or not, that's what they're saying.
They don't
You
even know what's happened in the first instance. They don't even know what's happened. They're just gonna say anything.
I
to
don't
you.
care what
And
they
this
do.
one is gonna then say, yeah, no, he had the gun, he had the strap in there, and then boom, and you might still get sent down as well.
What the police would do is, instead of you saying something, they put words in your mouth. So they're saying certain things for you to.
But if you
then
say no
be like-
comment,
Yeah, that's why you say no
What can you do if I'm
comment, yeah.
saying no comment? You can't say, oh, I said this. What are you
So
talking
this
about?
scenario
I said no
of
comment.
them
Do you get what I'm saying?
trying to put a narrative, you're talking.
You know what? I want to
That's
give you
the only
guys.
way
I want
they
to give you
can-
guys a real life scenario. Yeah, on this scenario, and it's shit. Well, my man's gonna see this and be like, hey, it is what it is, man. Okay, cool. So there's this friendship group. Okay, everyone's close in the friendship group. We're in someone's home. Okay, the boys get into a fight. All right, then one of the
What do you
guys.
mean the boys? So you amongst your friendship?
Man
group?
them, innit?
Okay,
Like,
cool.
yeah, we're in when an AP,
Yeah, cool.
everyone's man them, innit? Fight breaks out, one of the guys grabs a knife and stabs the other guy in the back, okay? Police come because my man drops down, so obviously everyone's gets shift now. The guy that stabs my man in the back he's a 9-to-5 guy, legit guy, works in the, proper legit guy. Okay, cool. So police have come, everyone's got arrested, this, that, whatever. In the end, obviously the guy that stabbed my man in the back gets arrested, and obviously gets put in jail, and then my man, he goes to court. Now, this ends up splitting up the group of the man them. Because
So it's a group of friends.
okay, yeah. So this ends up splitting the group because half of the man them are saying, rah, you're snitching on my man, and the other half, wait, hold on, listen to me.
But if he got bagged for it,
Wait.
how did he get arrested in the first place? How did they know it was him?
No, because obviously my man's been bagged for it. Like my man's dropped in, so feds have come. Like you have to call ambulance. Everyone's getting.
But he could have ducked out.
No,
So
but
how did they know it was my
in
man?
his yard.
The guy who stabbed
Yeah,
him.
yeah. There's too much, bro. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, it's in his yard. Yeah. Feds have come, bro. Man's on the floor, and you get me. And feds have come.
Sorry, one last thing. So I've stabbed someone in my house.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just saying the beef is in your yard.
No, but I'm saying I've stabbed someone in my house.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah, sorry, go on.
Cool. So now, this now splits up the man then because obviously some of the man them are saying, oh, like, why are you trying to take my man to court, innit, yeah? Or that snitching, innit, yeah? But my man almost lost his life, innit? So I'm saying to you, yeah? And my man's from, obviously, he's from a legit world and the feds have come around him, done whatever. So now it's like this. He's not from the roads. He was at some point, he was from the roads. Now so he still has some road friends, but he's left. He's legit. He's not from the road.
No matter what, there's always gonna still be inside.
So hold on.
though.
So now what's happened is now the feds have come, a man's in a position where man was saying from the road, well, don't snitch. But if he don't snitch, that means the get back is going to be even. So I'm saying. Wait, hold on.
He's a civil.
No, hold on a second.
Sorry.
What's worse, him snitching
Or get back.
or the get back? Because him snitching basically means it's a court thing. But if he goes and does the get back thing, it means that my man's going to lose his life. So now, what will we? And this is the thing. So yes, he snitched, isn't it? But at this point, I want to ask because it's a real life scenario based on what we're speaking about. I want you guys to tell me: was he right in snitching and then doing a man went to the jail for it, or should he have gone and ride out and then done man dirty?
No, but wait. Ride out.
Remember he's legit. Remember?
No, but shall I tell you what?
civilian.
No. But the thing is, at the end of the day, even if he snitches, he's still gonna probably get done by someone for snitching anyways.
If he's a civil, he could have really held the L in it. I mean,
L when somebody stabbed
I just think if you're a civilian, why are you picking up the shot? Hold on. If you're a civilian, why are you going around stabbing
No,
people?
he wasn't him. It was the other guy. He was a civilian. His friend stabbed him.
The civilian got stabbed.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as snitching, man.
Huh? So okay. Cool. You haven't said anything. Go on.
Snitching doesn't exist.
Okay.
Man. That thing there, it had value in the mafia. It had value maybe in ends when you made yourself believe that you swore by blood that you wouldn't. But the truth is that man, them majority of the time in ends are selective bad boys. And the reality is that it's not called snitching, it's called telling the police.
Thank you. It's called evidence.
To be real, a lot of gangsters, they be snitching on each other as well.
Unfortunately, when you're looking at the snitching part of it, you're looking at the whole scope of it, which is that when things happen, in life you don't call the police for anything. You can't call the police in certain situations, in other situations not call the police.
when you call them, what is that called?
When you call them, you're telling the police. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
okay, let's say you own a business. Let's say you own a business, but you're a road guy. But someone's trashed your shop. Are you calling the police, or are you going to go and get your get back?
So for insurance purposes, you might call the police to report that your shop's been trashed, but you're not calling the police on a specific individual.
So then what it is that? So then what I'm saying now is that it's selective now. You pick and choose when you want to apply the rule.
Yeah.
The rule is the rule.
Exactly.
And that's why you swear blood by it, mafia. You swear blood by it. There's no snitching.
I don't like the topic, and I don't think anyone on the panel has taken any oaths or has been in any way, shape or form intertwined in any oaths. I think most people in the panel have lived in an area where there was guys that took an oath, and they think that they're part of what in actual fact exists, but doesn't exist for them. When they talk about it, it's annoying.
I think we forgot what the question was. Like, would we be cool with someone that is a snitch?
Of course.
Because you can't trust them. You can't trust them.
No. It's not just a snitch. It's a snitch on your friend.
So you said telling the police is snitching, right? Calling the police. So calling the police. I want to land. Wait. You said calling the police is snitching, right? You said calling the police is snitching, right? In any case.
No, that can't be, no.
But that's what he said.
I don't recall saying that, but I'm saying okay. Like.
Yeah, no, that's what you said. You did say that. You said calling the police is snitching. So if you're in a situation where when you are being victimized, what do you call that?
I'm being victimized.
I'm saying if you were in a situation where you are being victimized and you call the police, is that snitching?
I honestly can't give an opinion on that.
What? Yeah, but you don't have to come across like a gangster, but you put yourself in a situation. If it happened to you,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Would you, like,
Ash, I don't know where you grew up, darling. Where I'm sure most of us are from, the rules are, you keep quiet, you don't do that. So you come and say it's stupid, it's whatever, this is our social expectation. It's how it goes. You may not understand that, but don't make your lack of understanding an issue. Thank you.
Calling the police.
If I'm being victimized.
Yeah.
It's not about being a victim, it's just you
As a civilian.
To what degree? Well, if I'm a civil, I'm not built upon the morals that certain man. Well, I'm.
So you'd call police.
But there's levels to being a civilian.
So can I ask you something? Would you consider yourself a road guy?
No.
What would you consider yourself as then?
Civilian.
Civilian.
Okay, let me put you in a scenario.
I just said before you asked me this question, and chicks agreed, there's levels to being a civilian.
Levels to this civilian thing.
Wait, I just thought, no, there's only one level of civilian.
No, really, I don't agree with that. Nah, if you're civilian.
Are you a civil?
If you're civilian.
Are you a civil?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's it then.
That means you can snitch.
Are you a civilian?
That means you can snitch.
But by my own code, yeah. Like, listen. By his example, yeah. If I brought them people into my house and I had a fight with someone that I know and they stab me in the back, I'm not ringing the feds like, oh yeah, send it to jail. But that's just my own code. Look, people have different codes. My bad, brother. People got different codes.
Okay.
When you get stabbed, feds are coming.
Wait. Where does that come from?
It comes from like past life experiences,
So you're
what I've done in the past and
So you're a
myself as
follower.
well. Like,
You're a veteran civilian. You have a bit of stripes on your badge.
but this is what I'm saying. If you're 100% civilian,
follower.
you've never
He's
been
not
in
a
any
follower, he
road thing
doesn't have
ever in your life.
No.
That's not snitching. You are 100% civilian. You've never done nothing wrong in your life.
So you're
bro.
admitting there's
So
levels.
levels.
Yeah,
to
there's
being a
levels.
civilian.
Can you
Exactly.
let us talk, bro? Hello.
Like, you over talk.
But I was just going off of his example.
China, you're
Because
out
if he's,
today,
hold on, I will, 1 second. If he's friends with all these bad boys, the type of boys that will stab his own friend in his house, bro, you must be in the mix of that kind of lifestyle, bro. You know what type of people you're hanging around. Come on, you must know who you're bringing to your house.
There's certain amount of
Come on,
road
man.
guys that they know that they're not built like that. So you don't expect certain things from certain people.
So wait, sorry, hello.
You're just saying about life like that.
Wait. So if you got stabbed,
Yeah.
you saying you're not snitching, so what are you doing?
Oh, it's mad, innit?
And then, okay, if something happens and he passes away in that instance.
And who passes
let's
away?
say something
On the other
happens,
side
you,
of that
he
person
passes away
stabbing
for
you.
that instance. Where do you now go after he's passed away?
Bro, it's his life, bro. People die every day, B.
Okay, I'm not reacting like that, but I wouldn't call police, innit?
Michael, shut up, because you know you're not about that life, so go sit down, yeah? Listen to me. Hand them to the police, let them do the time for their crime, and move on. All this, people die every day, B. Shut up. You ain't about that life.
I've been stabbed before, so I know. Like, I never went and ran to the police, bro. I went to the King College Hospital, got stitched up, went to school the next day, fam. And whatever happened after is what happened, bro.
It's either you're doing a get back, which results in somebody dying one way or another, because it will keep going until someone ends up in jail or dead.
It's not always. It doesn't-
Let her
been in this-
Stuff like that doesn't end well. I just feel like instead of just getting justice for whatever happened to you, you'd rather create a whole thing that could turn into something bigger than what it needs to be. Just report the criminal, because that's what he is. Report the criminal, let him go to prison, do his time and come out. Rather than...
You know what's funny?
Rather than all this jungle justice and...
That's the trap that people were... Let me say we, but that's the trap people get stuck in. However, that's just how it goes.
Then that person shouldn't have done what they did.
I wouldn't say person is a trap. I'd say more of a mentality. When the reality is that you ain't every single time when you get smacked by someone gonna go home and tell your mum you got smacked. It's no different from when you translate that to the police. For a lot of us, where we come from and how we grew up, you held your own, and it spoke volumes to your character. And that character you needed to survive in an environment that says, boy, if you're weak, you get eaten. Do you know what I'm saying? So translate that forward. Maybe you add the snitching stuff to it, but the truth is, it's not really snitching, car. We ain't no gangsters. We just guys that are on road. So if you're a block boy, yes, you're on block, yeah. Yes, you ride out here and there, yeah. But please don't expect everyone to be on the same wave as the brotherhood.
So you have to be a gangster to uphold your value on snitching.
Yes, hold on a second.
I mean, when you take the term snitching, it comes from
it comes
them
with gangsters,
gangsters.
yeah.
So what you've done is we've not you, but we've remixed what it is to be a snitch based on how we are seeing what snitches are. But the original version of a snitch, you was a gangster. That's how it worked. So unfortunately, we're placing too many unrealistic expectations on people and friends, and to even say that you're not going to be someone's friend because they turn out to be a snitch, that's a bit wild myself. Because for me personally, I'm like, if I ain't got no business with you, I ain't done nothing with you, but you've snitched on someone else, I'm going to tell you, yo, you shouldn't have done that because you knew it was getting yourself involved in. But that doesn't mean I ain't going to talk to you. This tells me that I ain't going to do no business with you. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm still cool with you. Like,
Would you agree? Would you agree that grassing is valued the same as snitching?
The same. It's the same thing.
So why did we get brought up to told not to be a grass or not to be a telltale or not to tell your friend or
because if you
Do you know what? I think a lot of it's a black issue as well, you know.
You get bullied in
A lot of it's a black issue as well, bro. I'm telling you.
But bottom line is you were brought up to not do something, to uphold a value. That's a value.
No,
you
but
was
shall I
brought
tell
up
you what? Wait, shall I tell you the thing is, yeah? Going back to the question, she never really said anything about civ, if you get what I mean. She said
Sorry?
friend.
civilian. Oh,
yeah. So at the end of the day, like you said, if you're going to be around that person, you best know what you're getting into. If you can't get into it, then don't be around it. Because at the end of the day, I've had a situation, not me personally, but I've had the situation like that. Like my friend, my friend has called me telling me about how he thinks my other friend snitched on him, rat-a-tat-tat-tat. But the one who snitched was the same one who was in that AP acting all big and bad until it's time to get down to it. He wants to be like a snitch. So it's like, if you can't handle your own and move like how you were moving in the AP, don't be around it if you're gonna snitch.
It's often the loudest ones.
Can I say something to bounce off it? This is hypothetically, by the way. I don't know the person, But one day there was a girl, she had some criminal friends. I don't know the person. She had some criminal friends and she knew what they were into, but she wasn't into it. But she just enjoyed the being around the friends because, she doesn't judge them for what they do. One day they're all chilling in the house upstairs and she thinks, oh, where's this guy gone? So she goes downstairs. He's cutting up things he shouldn't be cutting up.
Yeah.
She's upstairs not even knowing what's going on until she comes downstairs to find him and he finds that. I'm pretty sure, I don't know the law, regarding all these drugs and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure if there's a large amount, whoever's in that house is getting bagged. So in that instance, are you telling me I can't be friends with someone? I understand.
Can I tell you something? I want to answer you. I'm saying, so I think we need to stop putting onto other people based upon our lifestyle and what we consider, right? This seems to be a problem within the black community, monolith, whatever. But our community, where this.
It's everybody. I don't think it's just.
Well, I don't really think. I'll be honest because because depending on where you are, snitching only exists if you prescribe to a certain way of living. If you are a 9-to-5 person and you work, for example, the city, or you're a teacher, or any other, police is your best friend. This is what you do. So that is not snitching. Hold on a second. Let me tell you something. If you're from the road and you really do your thing on the road, yeah, you know already that all those people, civilians, they are casualties, innit? They're people that people will snitch on you. If you take a civilian person like a road person, that makes you a fool because they will snitch on you. If you tell me, oh, you know what? If you say to me, oh, my neighbor snitched on me because man was smoking and do bad things, I'll be like, what, did they smoke? You're like, you told me no. I'll be like, bro, of course they're gonna snitch on you. They're not from your way of living. So
okay, but sorry to intervene, but the key word here that everyone's missing out is friend. It doesn't matter about what they're snitching on or any of that. It's the friend part. Because wait. You can't be friends with somebody that snitched on their friend because you can be that friend.
Exactly.
Life gets real. It doesn't matter if you're a civilian, roadman, gangster, or what. He's got to go. He's got to go. That can't be my friend. How can you snitch on this friend and still be my friend? Because that means I've got to be perfect citizen around you and I'm only human.
Okay, so in that instance, so if the police came and arrested everybody, am I now wrong for snitching? I didn't know what the hell was going on downstairs. I'm not.
Bro, you was having a good time. You was in there with them. You was
Yeah,
doing that music
no,
video.
but she knows what type of friends they
You
are.
was doing that trapping music video in there, bro. And now it's all turned upside down. Now you're a civilian. Bro, no, you're there, bro. You're there, bro.
I'm talking about my scenario where
You knew the kind of friends you had.
Let me finish.
You knew they weren't good boys and girls. You knew it.
And I was if that's what you want to do with your life, do that with
it's
your
not
life.
your fault.
But I don't.
It's not your fault. It's his fault because if you bring civilians into your trap yard, while you're cutting food, then they get spun. Of course they're gonna snitch. They're gonna be like, I didn't know what was downstairs.
I'm singing at the highest volume. The fuck do you mean?
Wait, hold on. Hold on. This is a lesson to everybody, yeah? If you know you live prescribed to a certain type of lifestyle, if you know you do certain type of things, you only roll with people that are 100% on what you're on. Because when the feds come, they're going to throw you underneath the bus. Because and this is the truth of the matter, too many people think that, oh, you know what, these people are my brethren because man rolls with them. No, they're not your friends. Like, when it comes down to it and people are looking at 10 years and plus, everyone is snitching. Do you get me? Like, that's the case.
Especially the gangsters. That's I want to keep saying that. Especially gangsters snitch, bro.
Just because you don't snitch doesn't mean you're getting bagged. What do you mean? You're taking a gamble, bro. Because if you snitch,
no, I'm not saying to snitch, bro.
Yeah, but okay, cool. But listen,
place so much emphasis on so much value on this term friendship.
Yeah.
Why does it feel like this friendship means that we have to die together?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is a hold on. What is a friend? What is a friend?
That's what I'm asking you. Like,
but what is a friend to you?
A friend to me is just someone that I talk to and that I'm cool with, man.
So that's not a friend, bro.
That's my friend.
Not a friend, bro. That's you just know them. You just know them, bro.
I hear what I'm saying. I don't have the expectations you have of friends that the way I do.
No.
Like, I don't expect you to sacrifice yourself for me.
So with your friends, yeah, if you get listen. If you're on road, yeah,
and a bit too much, not letting the girls speak as much.
I'm gonna be quick. It's gonna be very quick. If you was having a fight on road and your friend left you and ran, would you be okay with that?
Absolutely. It's happened to me too many times. But hold on.
Your friend left you to get rushed and you'd be okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I expected him to run.
Wow.
Hold on.
That's mental,
You asked
bro.
me a question. Let me finish what I'm saying. Wow. I expected him to run. I never once thought he was one of the brothers then. He's my friend. I have a relationship with him based on a certain type of thing.
There you
See,
go.
this thing over here,
Your expectations are...
my expectations is not here for that. There you go. But if you assume all of your brethren are like this.
No, I'm not saying all your brethren.
So hear what I'm
But
saying.
let's say a close,
Hear what I'm saying.
Your
I've
close
got,
brethren.
he's still close.
And
He's
he
just
runs
not.
off and leaves you.
He's
That's
still close.
Hey, let's try and let's try this in the bud.
Hear what I'm
We had a question
saying
here.
to you.
Sorry,
Let me just finish what I'm gonna say about this last point. He's still my friend, and I still loved him the same way, even though he ran. But you see, the other brothers, they're different kind of friends. You see them? When I'm with these certain guys,
Expectations.
boy, we are dying. With you, I know. Let's just tell them allow it. You don't really want this. I know your heart tells you might, but really and truly, you don't want this. And I'm being a friend to you by telling you you don't want this. Don't base friendships based on whether a person's a snitch or a pussy or whatever else. You know that you have friends for whatever you have friends for. Trust that your friends are going to be exactly who they are and not who you think they are. If one of your friends you know is a snitch or is potentially going to be that kind of a snitch, know that when it comes time to do that thing, you got to keep them over there.
You separated the levels of friends, but what if those ones that portray themselves as, like, he's a tough guy and he runs, now what? You're not cool. He's gone?
I'm not saying I'm not cool. I'm just going to put you in that category.
Yeah. Now I know.
For me to accept that you're allowed to be scared is insane. I'm not expecting your heart to be the same as mine. Come on, man.
Do you know what bravery is? Do you know what bravery is? Bravery is when you're scared and you still act, bro. That's what bravery is, bro.
Right, in my opinion, if someone is running around acting like, yeah, I'm the guy, if something goes down, I'm gonna represent, I'm gonna step up to the plate, bro, live your movie. Do that. Like, you can't come back and then just act like, oh, bro, I just had to run. Bro, no, you was acting like you're King Kong. Be the monkey then, innit?
Going off what Cookie was saying, about the girl, If you now know your brethren, do this, that, and the other, and they kill people and all of that, and you hop in the car, ride with them, you know damn well that something may happen if you know what they're gonna do. So you best be ready to know not to.
But I went there to chill with my friend and came
but
downstairs.
that's the thing.
No, not me. Hypothetically.
But that's the thing. You know what type of people they are. So why are you gonna be around it if you can't hack it?
I went there to chill. Can I not go there and chill with my friend?
But wait, everyone, wait.
No, wait.
Cookie, come. Are we sure that it's hypothetical? Because it's hypothetical sounding a bit too realistic, a bit too detailed. Like, you can tell me it's alright. I'm not a snitch. I'm not you.
Officer, it's not me. I promise you, I've never seen drugs. I've never touched drugs. I've never been around drugs. Yeah, please don't involve me.
I used to hang out with people that used to rob and all of this and all of that, and now it's just like, bro, I know damn well if I got caught in that mix with the police are coming, police have come, but they've never ever come to try to speak to me or anything like that. But if they come, I'm not speaking, because at the end of the day, I put myself in that position to be around them, so I best know I need to hold it, because if now I get arrested and I do snitch and they let me out, I'm gonna get fucked up by them either way.
Don't get it twisted.
I ain't gonna get fucked up, but you get it? They're gonna try and fuck me up.
I don't get it twisted. I let all of them know that I'm a snitch. There was one time that I let all of them know. I'll tell you that I will snitch on you. So don't do this. Wait, let me finish. There was one time I was in Woolwich. Let me finish. There was one time I was in Woolwich, and these boys, they're hooligans, innit? I don't even know what I was doing. This is college times. Police come because they're known in the area. They search me. What do I have to do whatever the hell they're doing? After that day, I didn't go back there. But while I was there, I made it sure. I was telling the policeman, sorry, I didn't do anything. There's nothing in my bag. I wanted to make it clear.
Wait, Cookie, can I ask you a question?
No, but he knows that if I'm trembling right now in front of the police, when they take me into that interview room, I'm singing at the highest volume.
Hey, what I'm saying now, You are what you call a wonderful friend. Because you are honest about who you fucking are. You are a very good friend. You allowed me to know what it is from the beginning. You are a very good friend.
Can I ask you a question? Actually, all of the girls that agree with you can be friends. Let me flip it now, especially after what you said, because it depends how you're picking your friends.
Yeah.
I pick my friends because I only have 5 friends, a handful. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what if it's your boyfriend now? Can you be friends with somebody that snitched on your boyfriend?
If my boyfriend did a crime, he has to do the time.
Oh, no, so you're just a snitch. That's your profession. Your profession is just a snitch.
As long as you've done something illegal, go to the prison cell.
It's all
It's
right.
not even a snitch. It's called being very honest about yours. Because the truth of the matter is, if you don't want to be
Boyfriend,
associated
dad,
or
sister,
involved
brother,
or around
I
that
don't
kind of
care.
stuff,
If you did
boom,
something,
your
you're
only
going to
mistake is that you associate with people that do things that really and truly you shouldn't be around. But if that's what you're telling me, we can be best of friends because at least I know what to expect from you.
Would you run if you was out with your friend and your friend was getting jumped?
Yes, I'm
would you
running.
run?
Whatever, any danger, any nothing, I'm running.
Mental.
Hey, I've got a question. I've got a question for the board, yeah? This is a question, I think the man told us on Instagram, and we've asked each other this. So we've been arrested for the same thing. However, unfortunately, God forbid, one of the men have died on the case. Now, if I throw everything on him who's died, does that kind of snitching?
Of course it does.
That's what you guys are basically saying. Snitching.
Hold on. No, let me
Wait.
Let me speak on this. Wait,
Before you do, let's just get a one by one. Could we never get answers?
No, let me
ask
just.
questions?
It's a man's question, so let me deal with it.
I didn't ask the men, I asked everyone.
No,
bro.
but I want to answer it. Let me answer it. So hold on a second, bro. No comment. You get shit for all the man them no comment. The moment one person starts speaking, everybody goes to jail. No comment.
How does everyone go to jail? I just
hold on,
said we
let me
threw the guy who
explain.
died
Let me
under the bus.
explain it to you. The moment you start speaking, you do not leave the station. Oh, it continues. No comment. The moment one person starts speaking, then the other person starts speaking, everybody's pointing everybody's fingers, everybody's going to jail. 100%.
Wait.
No comment.
We've branched off from my question,
No,
which
you
is why I
said
tried to
you
be
get
direct. We have thrown the person who's passed away under the bus. So all the smoke goes on to my man who's died.
Well, what do you mean?
So let me say it again.
No, it's not snitching, yeah. No.
Oh, now it's not snitching.
No, it's still. Wait, hold on.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't listen to my
No,
question.
the guy's dead, isn't it? He's dead.
Listen to my question.
Go on.
We've all been back.
Yeah.
Now, one of the men on the case has died, and we've thrown him under the bus. Yeah. Because he died. What? He's dead. Yeah.
Is that snitching?
That's my question.
Oh, no, that's what he's dead, and boy's taking the L for us.
It is snitching. He's dead. It doesn't matter. Why does it matter? Snitching is snitching.
So you want the man them?
So now, in the term of snitching, if you're not alive, it means that it's not snitching.
Bro, how can you snitch on someone that is dead?
But is snitching not snitching?
Bro, okay, let me explain to you. Hold on. The guy can't get arrested. Yeah, he can't get arrested. He can't serve no time.
He can't speak for himself.
He's dead, but if you
have soiled his good name.
That's what it is.
F the name for a second.
It's devaluing your boy.
But basically,
on the gram still.
if you die and all us man, wait, hold on, no. God forbid, wait, no, take that away. Hold on a second. If one of the man, and then all of us were here, and then was in court, we all put the blame on you, bro. I don't want to see none of the man them go bing. Bro, you're already gone. That's bro.
No, but that makes logical sense. That makes logical sense.
But
That
at
does
the end
make
of the
logical
day,
sense.
though, remember, do you think they're that dumb? Your brethren's dead, so they're gonna obviously know that you're gonna try to put the blame on him.
But obviously, we're all on the same trial, so the evidence isn't pointed solely at one person. Now, if everyone, because that's how it works, if everyone switched to one guy, my man's gonna. You understand?
It's funny that you guys are talking about this because me and my last relationship, my ex-boyfriend, he was into this whole gang world, yeah?
Let's not snitch here, though.
I'm not a gangster. I'm from Essex, babe. I'm an Essex girl. I'm a soft girl. But my ex, he was in that world. Now, him and his best friend were in a situation where they both got bagged. And one of them had to take the rap. And my ex said to his best friend, like, take it because they're going to put more on me than on you, which he did.
That is so dumb.
No, it's not.
Then
It's what man
went
normally
to trial,
do.
did whatever was done, and there was more evidence, but not from my ex, from his friends. So would you then classify that as snitching if his friends were only trying to save my ex-boyfriend?
See, first of all, what I'll say, for example, listen, if we was in a car, and you had, you already had a case on you in it, Sorry, bro.
I was doing the same thing, but I kept quiet. Very quiet.
I don't want to put it on Chinks,
Go
man.
on, go on,
Alright,
go on,
alright,
go on.
Chinks, if me and you was in a car, yeah, and then basically, like, I had mad, like, previous for something, innit, yeah? Or you had mad previous for something, and then the police pulled me over, and it was my first time offence, yeah? You might say to me, oh, bro, listen, it's gonna be, and it's not the first, like,
That's very different, though.
no, but I'm saying,
But
like,
you're still snitching, though.
no, but I'm saying on that, I could understand that, innit? Do you get me? Like, putting it on, but I wouldn't snitch on you, but if you asked me and said, oh, yeah, bro, like,
Yeah, it needs to
But
be a
if you
conversation
come to the
before,
agreement,
man.
and my man said, I'll take the rap.
Yeah.
It's not snitching.
Can I just say, yeah, see scenarios like that? What's understood doesn't even need to be said.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, the truth of the matter is, I shouldn't even need to ask. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's the look, innit? It's the.
Do you know what it is?
You know what you're doing.
You men like to take the rap for other people, don't you?
It's not about taking a rap. You have to look at it from another perspective. Okay, let me give you from a perspective of my own. I have a certain kind of area where we grew up as brothers. We are brothers. We may have different mums, but our family away from our families was just as important as our own personal families. And if certain situations that we had, or I might have been in, where one of my guys can take the rap for me based on something that really and truly can get me out of a big situation if they stop me, happily he'll do it. Because it's not, because you're not thinking about what's gonna happen to you, you're thinking about what happens if they catch me with that thing. And what can happen to you might be a light community service. What will happen to me could be a long stint. Because what I might have that you know I have is something that doesn't make sense.
there's a lot of times.
But okay, Cookie, it's going back to what's understood.
So when we're looking at like guys like coming from areas, yeah, don't look at it as a gangster thing. Look at it as brothers. And some of us are rotten like apples within the bunch. Some of us don't actually embrace the brotherhood in that way. Do you know what I'm saying? You might look at it as all they do is violence. We're not trying to be violent. But if it comes to it, we are prone to be violent. We're borderline sociopaths. We love each other in a different kind of way you wouldn't understand.
Remember you guys say,
You know what I'm saying?
they love their bros too much. They love their bros.
We love each other even when we don't like each other. It's insane. And I would never expect any female or female generally to understand that relationship.
Yeah, they don't live the same kind
don't live the same kind of life.
Same kind of life. They
A
don't.
conversation we had before, yeah, when Leo was saying, like, you've obviously had fights before, yeah, and it hasn't necessarily just been for you. And you've had fights for more time other people. If that person snitches, are you gonna get mad? How are you gonna feel about that? Do you know what I mean?
If that person snitches, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'm gonna
But you fought for them.
I'm gonna get mad because at the end of the day, I fought for you, and you're the one who's running your mouth, and I ain't even the one that's speaking. So at the end of the day, who the fuck? Because you could've hold your own.
That's a mad thing. That's mad.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm gonna get mad at that. And even going off you saying about friends, at the end of the day, my friends have to be friends that I know can back me in that situation. If you ain't got me in that situation, stay being an acquaintance. You don't need to be my brethren, because I need to know my friends have got me no matter what. I could call you if I needed to.
So the key thing is what your interpretation of a friend is.
But I don't really see
what I'm saying?
Sense of loyalty.
My thing to what you're talking about is that there's certain friends I know, I even feel bad
Calling them in the word friend.
allowing myself to be around you in certain situations. I will rather tell you go home.
You people are very generous.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, that's true. There's certain brethren that they're just not ready. They're not built for it.
Oh, you know what you must have said about the whole thing, going to jail thing. At the end of the day, if you think about it, if they haven't got anything on you, they could say you were there, they could say you did that, but if they ain't got anything on you, it's gonna go down as NFA most of the time. Like, they can't really.
So let's say, Ashley, you two are friends. We're talking about Cookie. Ashley said something mad shady about Cookie. Now, you've gone and told her. Is that snitching?
Yeah, it's snitching, but she can do that if she wants to. She can do that if she wants to, and I won't feel offended. Like you said, I need to be careful about who I'm speaking to.
But you
That
told
is
it in
snitching.
confidence. You told it in
Yeah,
confidence.
that's snitching. That's snitching, but I don't care about snitching. I don't live by your code. Listen.
Can I finish?
Wait, let me answer the question. Yeah, it is.
Is grassing not snitching?
It's snitching. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
but women are allowed to gossip though. That's their thing though.
But the thing is, gossiping and snitching is slightly the same thing. Because at the end of the day, if you go to let's say you have a teacher that you're close with now, if you're still in school or whatever, you have that teacher, you talk to that teacher about a lot of things, you're saying that teacher, oh, you know that student did that yesterday, but you're just gossiping. You're snitching on the student.
No, that's the snitch. That's
You're
the
still
snitch.
snitching.
gossiping.
But at the end of the day,
No,
Thank
in
you.
her example, you ran to the teacher. The teacher's an authority.
no, but the thing is, you got a good relationship
No
with the
matter.
teacher.
It's still an authority figure in the school. So if you go and say, "Oh yeah, do you know that student just stole lunch money from someone else?"
You think
Bro,
that
snitched,
relationship's
bro.
gonna be no, but at the end of the day, it's the same. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, sorry.
It's like you feel like that teacher ain't really gonna say anything because
No
you
matter
got
what
that
you feel
relationship.
like,
But that's the
it's a
same-
teacher.
wait,
It's not your
the same as a
brethren.
friend. It's the
It's
same
not
as
your
a
friend.
Wait, it's the same as a friendship, though. It's the same.
It's not the same as a
Wait,
friendship.
listen, because at the end of the day, if I go to Cookie, I'm chatting shit about Jade to Cookie. Cookie's gone, oh, you know, Leah said this about you. It's gossiping, but it is snitching because at the end of the day, if I don't want it to be said, then why the fuck am I saying it anyways? Yeah. But it's like, she is snitching. She's saying, oh, you know she said this about you. That could be like, oh yeah, you know.
I've already told my family members, even if my sister did something and she comes home and says, please help me, I'm not hiding nothing. You're going,
You
did
snitch on
the
your sister?
crime, go do the time. I don't care if you're my sister, my brother, my friend, my best friend, my lover. I don't care. If you did a crime, you're going to prison. Point blank, period. I don't do prison.
I mean, I'm not saying you got to cut him off, but you at least got to keep him over there. Like, he got to really be distant. Because if he's here and you mess up, you jaywalk across the road, you're gone, you're nicked. That's you. 6 years. No reason, because you wanted to keep Jeffrey around.